Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 2 versus 2. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, a 2 versus 2. Dos on rails and metals. We shall be watching Monkeytennis1 fighting for the Commonwealth, fighting for the First Infantry Division, supported by American elements under Someguy, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, so let's just refer to him as Someguy. Fighting for the Americans, some unknown unit. The support of the British right here. Opposing them shall be Ottomanwarrior and 2A2, fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the 21st Panzer Division, one of the first Panzer Divisions to really engage the British in Normandy. Although it was a bit spread out with its units sort of here and there, and thus meaning initially it couldn't really get off much of a great punch. We are seeing a pretty aggressive play right here with the Commonwealth, which of course means they're probably going to head here with the headquarters command truck or somewhere relatively close. We also see a barracks out there, so both Allied players will go for some sort of infantry play, at least initially. That's nice. It of course means they will have an aggression advantage. Of course, we don't know with the Wehrmacht, since they can go, of course, for Wehrmacht quarters and still, get a bunch of support units, which I don't think is the way to go. But quite a few pioneers out. 3 pioneers from Ottomanwarrior and 3 from 2A2, which to a certain extent can work, but of course with American infantry as well, they could really run into some considerable trouble. Pioneers here getting run off. Quite a bit of damage there inflicted on them by Commonwealth troops. The recce section. Meanwhile, pioneers engaging right over here. And we are seeing an MG and some pioneers pushing up here, although these pioneers will be run off. Infantry section here could ambush the MG42, and that, oh dear, looks like it. The MG42 is setting up in the wrong direction. He did not move fast enough for the Brits, and now the Brits are pushing in. He's trying to sort of relocate it, but ultimately it's going to result in a retreat. So already there, 2A2 is out of the fight, at least temporarily. On the other hand, Mr. Ottomanwarrior is rising up here with some bikes. Initially, although he might also have an MG42. Yes, indeed, he's trying to move it in to sort of try and contain the madness on the right flank. Bren carry out from Monkey Tennis with an infantry section in it. No lieutenant for him as of yet. So pretty aggressive mechanized play. Even MG42 sets up. Bren carry the court right in front of it, and there we go. Unleashing hell into the side, but not quite managing, although there's some riflemen nearby who shall be a target instead then. Well, it's fine, we're not doing much, and the Bren carry moves into flank. At the same time, pushing up here by another MG42 and some pioneers. MG42 is going to be forced off the field. Run past it, could take some losses there. Bike and pioneers here, although Jeep and engineers moving in as well. Volksgun is out for 2A2. Volksgun is out for Ottomanwarrior. So far, both are in fact going for infantry as well. That's nice and decent. Pioneers, though, are in considerable trouble. MG42 sitting up, and a pioneer squad went down already. Trying to get that damnable Bren carry while this north. The bike is trying to hold back the Americans, although some more solid German infantry is on the way. Mines going down right here. That is nicely done. Trying to secure some resources in the center. Headquarters command truck up by the medium munitions in the center, allowing to control that area if handled well. Further engagements down south. The MG42 letting loose on the riflemen in the trench. Volksgun is pushing in to perhaps force them out, and going in for the cutoff point right here. Less of an effective option, and of course some of you might be asking, why, Dane? Why is this not a great move? Cutoffs are great, but yes, on a 2 versus 2, there's a problem as long as one headquarters has contact with all the resources both get. So in this case, it's basically 3 manpower less. I don't think that will be keeping the German commanders awake with nightmares every night for the next 3 years. So again, it's a pretty redundant move. We are now seeing a Vickers machine gun going up here and digging in already. Of course, this is a considerable resource expenditure from Monkey Tennis initially, which is going to rather cripple him a bit and rather ensure he can't do that much otherwise to support his teammate initially. And it also will be delaying taking a bit. Well, anything from that, so that of course should be remembered, although of course he does have the Bren with infantry in it, so that of course could give him something, a slightly mechanized force. By the way, the Russians actually also used Bren carriers for the reconnaissance sort of attack forces. Fun little fact, not something you see mentioned a lot, but still they had them actually. Thought that was a fun thing to mention. Bren coming in there. Could there be a Panzerfaust? No, apparently not. Mortar rounds going down there. Brens are popping out. Bren heavily damped, and there we go. Heinz firing off a Panzerfaust, and there we go. Bren carrier is out of control. Sniper opens up. Sharpshooter from 2A2 opens up, and it's time to actually look at Someguy. Meanwhile, of course, Ottomanwarriors not doing too well either, though sending some Volksguys in here. Field support truck almost done. The Americans holding out alright, but they could do with some extra. Browning automatics on the way to increase their firepower exponentially. 2 squads of infantry out for Ottomanwarrior, fighting in the center. And the Brits are holding up by the headquarters command truck. They will need an MG42 though to keep the heads of the Tommies down, otherwise they might not succeed quite well. And right now they are themselves exposed, getting exposed to quite a bit of firepower. And looks like most of the map is going into the hands of the Allies, but here's an odd thing. They haven't actually... Oh, bike went down! It hit a mine, killing several Volksguys nearby! And several more are going down, but also note, actually haven't secured these resources at all. That's a bit bizarre. I mean, yeah, they're low points, but even the lowest point can add something. Volksguy is holding up here, pushing in from the other side. MG turning about, but it is simply not fast enough. And the assault pulls through, forcing away the Germans right there. Volksguy is holding up there. MG's possibly somewhere. Oh, might be setting up in the house here for an Overwatch precision and get the Americans. Sniper out. Gets a few Yankees through the skull. But a nice little setback right there for the 21st Panzer Division initially. Click bags up and the half-track is out. Though granted, the 21st Panzer Division did not have the German half-track. They had a French converted one on the Uni something something. I can't remember the full name. It's French anyways, but still. Oh, something went off with a bang. Ah, it was the Mare killing an engineer squad. Tragic. Anyways, they had a sort of converted French half-track, basically some half-tracks they had used for sort of moving stuff about. Then they basically slapped some armor plates on them and voila, Schützenpanzerwagen. Sort of converted, and they were able to largely equip the 21st Panzer Division with them. In fact, I think they were able to fully equip them. Even the replacement battalions had some... Oh, another mine damaging the engine of the half-track. And everybody's just jumping out. Los, Helmut! It's on fire! But so are you! Ah, nine! MG42 setting up. Volksguy holding up there. Perhaps they should have been pushing forwards. MG42 needs to be careful. Forsyth! Of course, they can reinforce. That's a minor advantage. But holding up here. Mortar going down there. So there's quite a mortar belt going up here, in fact. Which could make it very difficult and dangerous for German infantry to approach the 2 victory points. So they will need now, in fact, quite a bit more firepower or a nice flanking attack up through here and down there. That could, in fact, work quite nicely. Though they might want another half-track filled with troops, perhaps some flamethrowers, perhaps some SMGs. Submachine guns, that is. But this part of the assault has absolutely bogged down due to a mine and a few riflemen behind cover. The Americans are holding up in support of the 1st Infantry Division. Volksguy here pushing up, but another MG stops them. Riflemen as well. And A2A2's assault has also stalled again. Full stalling for the 21st Panzer Division. They're not having an awful lot of luck. Although we do see a sniper pulling up to at least try and unbog the assault. No, he retreats! He got scared of his own shadow. Or probably not, but MG holds the flank clear at least, ensuring that perhaps Ottomanwarrior can pull off. And in fact, he does. The riflemen end up retreating. This should allow Ottomanwarrior to push up here, at least secure this, and perhaps even launch an attack into the flank of Monkeytennis1's positions, which could really do some damage if handled properly, and because again a lot of resources are in static positions down here, so in fact it ought to work nicely if he so decides. But oh dear, there's something's on the way from the truck. Oh, samplers, thankfully it wasn't a light tank. That would actually cause quite a bit of damage since none of the Germans have anti-tank guns. We do see the Sturm army going up for 2A2. We do see a weapon support set up and a sniper out. He's going for the second one. Oh, sniper spam. One thing I always found dull, and also one of the reasons I don't do a lot of 2 versus 2s, because a lot of them do tend up to end up in sniper spam from all players if possible, which is about as exciting as watching paint dry, if you ask me. And yes, I know there are the watching paint dry tournaments in Kentucky, but not really my sort of thing. Anyway, so seeing Rifleman pushing up here. Folks guys need to pull out. They are in the open. They need to get into cover. Entdeckung, Männer! Entdeckung! We do see a pack out here. We do see the Nebelwerfer out there. And, oh dear, we do see a still light tank out for the British. Another emplacement going down, but the light armor and troops are getting mortared. Assault once more stalling. Nebelwerfer brought in to try and unstall the assaults, to bomb the British. And the Stuart rolls in. Still a light tank on the move. Light reconnaissance tank, initially used as the main tank, in fact, for a bit before they got the Sherman really out. Though later on was pulled into a light and reconnaissance role, and later on basically just replaced with the M24 Chaffee, which pretty much was much lighter, had better armor, although it was a bit thinner but sloped, and actually had a better gun. In fact, it had the Sherman gun, sort of something that was the equivalent of the Sherman gun, which made it alright for reconnaissance purposes and all that, because it had quite the gun, but of course on the other hand left a bit to be decided in a tank fight. Nebelwerfer here though in what you'd call trouble. Stuart has found its prey, and it punches also note observation post here. And we are seeing the Germans holding up here. We are seeing a pack in support, although not cloaked. Come on, Heinz. We can get a bush there to hide behind. Robin here getting suppressed by the half-track MG by the looks of it. Stuart causing havoc. Panzerfaust. Nebelwerfer cleared out. Snipers moving up. This is going to be a bit of a problem for Ottomanwarrior. In fact, one squad is almost gone. And by almost gone, I mean very almost gone. So nice little centered push from here, and it's time to look at 2A2. Commandos are popping in. We're seeing a Geschützwagen out. It's a venerable Geschützwagen, which was another conversion the 21st Panzer Division had, based on the Hotchkiss tank. Basically, it was meant to be an assault gun to sort of take over the fact that the 21st Panzer Division couldn't get assault guns either. And the silly thing is, the division was actually meant as an elite division, but it really couldn't get any of the equipment it was supposed to get, at least some of it. It didn't get the sort of allotment of panzers it was supposed to have, nor of half-tracks or assault guns. So again, for that, to a certain extent, the division had to make do with whatever it could improvise. Again, not the sort of thing I actually hear a lot about, but still I think it's one of the more interesting parts of the Normandy fighting, actually. Snipers opening up, half-track though getting C-bombed, immobilized, out of control, veterans one for the riflemen, pioneers in topple. But a rather extended British assault into Jerry lines, going in for the Hun. Geschützwagen not really able to do much, although it did get the Stuart tank with a 75mm pack. That's something. And looks like the British assault has been dealt with. A counterattack by Ottomanwarrior has forced back the Tommies with some casualties on both sides. But we are now seeing an armored car adding into the front for 2A2. In the meanwhile, Ottomanwarrior is being slowly forced back by Someguy. Trier Center casualty station, that should be a good thing. And we are seeing a motor pool now going up for Someguy. No supplied upgrades, though there is a Trier Center. Kampf Club sent up, and we are seeing a Stu 42 out. The Sturmhaubitze. And the Geschützwagen rolling out. Clearly someone forgot to turn off the searchlights. It's going to be quite the electricity bill, and the Führer will be pissed. Anyways, we are seeing this 242 going straight for a British base assault. Pretty bold. He's probably not expecting a lot of anti-tank defenses, although he probably should have had some veterancy up for it at least. Oh, quickly getting buttoned. Nice handling right there by Monkey Tennis. Mortar rounds going down here. The Volkswagen assault. Not about it. Oh, we're seeing a Goliath moving in. He probably should have gone for the mortar emplacement, though. Stu 42 doing what he can. Volkswagen's getting mortared. And we are seeing the Geschützwagen moving in to clear out the mortar emplacement. Nice job, 2A2. Sniper out, but one. But again, this first Volkswagen is getting 70 mortared. Stu 42 assault up the center, doing all right. We could see the mortar emplacement getting cleared out. No victory points, by the way, in the hands of the Germans. It's actually times out of an Ottomanwarrior. And now, by the way, 2A2 has got himself a Stürmer boots as well. So both have gone blitzkrieg. That's a bit out of the regular. And not necessarily something I'd recommend. But we are seeing the armor car getting hunted down. We are seeing the mortar emplacement almost. There we go. Down. Geschützwagen scores a hit. Stu 42 moves in, hoping to find a high explosive shell right into the throng of British advancing soldiers, blasting the commandos into the dirt. And then meanwhile, again, another assault on the British base, but this time the Vickers stops the Volksgrenadiers. And Pioneers up here getting sniped by the snipers. Assaulting in quite some depletion right there. Well, at least the Germans are making some progress, at least rendering some points neutral and slowing down the victory point drain. A nice hit right there from the Stu 42, killing a few riflemen. Although it looks like he's gotten 2 Stu 42s. I think one would do alright. But he clearly disagrees. Of course, he probably might want to consider some veterancy for it. Vickers is down. I repeat, Vickers is down. And I don't mean Colonel Vickers. He's still back safely in England. We are seeing a nice push in towards victory point now. The third one, the one still in the hands of the Commonwealth. Mortar emplacement goes down, and 3 Stu 42s are moving in. But we're also seeing anti-tank guns moving in, and 1 Stu 42 hit a mine. Rather vicious push with assault howitzers. 2 snipers moving around, sniping wherever they can. MD42 needs to retreat, I think. If only there was some armor. What is this? There's a kangaroo? Oh dear. That's never good. Never good. Greyhound firing at the Volksgrenadiers from their sides. Or at their sides, more specifically. Will they be able to hold out for much longer behind the remnants of the truck? Stu 42 there repaired. And there we go. Kangaroo charging forward. Sniper fire on the Pioneers. Panzer Shrek trying to hit it. And by the way, medic bankrupt. Grenadiers out for Ottomanwarrior. Trying to clearly clear out the Stu 42. His greatest threat to the infantry. Infantry marching through it as if though it was nothing. And snipers providing support. Commanders moving in to clear out the Grenadiers. Stu 42 could go down. Hack moving in. And the Geschützwagen hiding behind the house. Hack risking getting knocked out by the... So is the kangaroo, in fact. And there we go. Stu out of control. Pack gone. What a shame, what a shame. Pioneer sniped. That was definitely quite a blow to Ottomanwarrior and the 21st Panzer Division. Bit of a turning of the tides again, despite having just broken down numerous emplacements. And now Monkey Tennis is staking in once more like a tick. A 17-pounder gun going down this time to probably stop the Stu 42s from making the same gains they made the last time. And a bit of recon, so looks like Mr. Someguy has gone airborne. Commanders and airborne are rather more mobile doctrine from both allied players. The Skies are clearly allied, whereas both Germans have gone blitzkrieg, so hoping to push through the sheer might of the Panzers. Of course, they could both get Tigers. That's usually never good news. Well, it's not the last time I checked on this with the guy with the Tigers. In which case, it's the best news ever.
You're losing a sector.
And, oh dear. And using the recon run to call in artillery. Devious. Devious. What's this? He's calling in commando artillery on the Geschützwagen, but 2A2 is not paying attention. And there's no veterancy for it either, by the way. And that was one Geschützwagen blown to hell. These engineers, though, could face a very, very unpleasant fate. And there we go. Raked with bullets as they tried to get away. Their little legs could not carry them fast enough away. And so they met their end at an MG42. Ottomanwarrior decided to go for the Stuka zu Fuss. Might have had that, the 21st Panzer Division. Although again, those would have been for the Panzer Pioneers. Also know they had a lot of other rocket artillery. They had what basically mounted to a German Katyusha, because they also managed to catch a lot of those. The rockets, that is. And had mounted them on a half-track. And they also had a sort of funny mortar mount. I suspect that's actually the thing that's doing that sort of defensive register barrels, where there's like a ton of mortar rounds going down at the same time. I think that is actually that sort of thing. And we are seeing another Geschützwagen out. Still no... Oh, we're actually seeing veterancy for it now. That's good. Veterancy for your armor is always good, Heinz. And we are seeing... Why has he only got one thing in the kangaroo carrier? Usually you see more than that. We're making a run for the German base. Half-track out. And the half-track... Oh, artillery going down right on the German infantry. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And the half-track is moving straight into it. Well, that was quite unpleasant. At the same time, the Germans are trying to make progress up here on the right side, but they are getting stopped by excessive American fire. And the pack is sneaking in, trying to get the kangaroo. Jet trucks being met ready. And another Vickers up there. And another push into the center. Of course, there's the anti-tank gun. The 17-pounder gun. Quite powerful anti-tank gun, by the way. And artillery going in on the German base again. He's clearly hoping to stop the Krieg barracks from making any more Krieg. And there we go, the Krieg barracks is kaput. The medic bunker, though, is still standing. And a bit of rockets going down there. And there we go, one Stuka zu Fuss. And there we go, the pack has been able to maneuver in and is now firing away. No, it's not actually. He might be hoping for the grenadiers to lure it out into the open, in fact. There we go. And the pack opens up heroically, getting one hit. X-Men progress over there, but an MG bunker is in the way. Ooh, almost getting the kangaroo, almost, but not quite. Things quietening down a bit. Sadly, the Allies do not possess the armoured impetus to sort of really break through the German lines, and the Germans don't quite have anything to deal with this more solidly. So there's actually a bit of a problem from either side. And now we're seeing Staghounds out. So again, lowest common denominator brick play, I think. Spamming kangaroos and armoured cars. Never an encouraging sign. Plus, of course, all the defences. And the American commander is not even going for armor as well. I think, again, they need armor. They need something to break through, something to do so swiftly. Instead, they're giving the Germans sufficient time to lay down anything that can block their way and basically sort of get bigger tanks. Goliath's creeping up and hiding, or at least trying to hide, but not quite succeeding. And gone. So that was not the world's best Goliath right there, but the Allies are making good progress again. Things are getting considerably desperate for the Germans now. They need something to break through with. Another Krieg bags up, more half-tracks. Ottomanwarrior is definitely not giving up on that account. And we are seeing a 25-pounder gun going up, so clearly the Allies are hoping to finish this now. The 1st Infantry Division needs to make gains for the day. What's this? Something's been dropped. Oh, a BAR, but no one wants to pick it up. Not even the airborne. No, it's been touched by GIs. That's gross. Oh, strafing round stops the German advance over the road. Nicely done. In fact, time to have a look at Someguy. Pushing up here. Bunker down. MD though holding down the airborne. Grenadiers moving in. Rockets going in towards here, suspect. Yes, indeed. Hitting a bit of British infantry, a bit of emplacements. Knocking out the casualty station. Pilots are still standing on these folks guys need to get out of there. And sticky bombs with the Geschützwagen veterans are free. It is doing what it can to stop the infantry with its machine gun, but it's even pinging them. But there's still the other guys and right next to it. Though they are now becoming the targets of rather accurate machine gun fire. And then the guys in front are back at it again. I'd be surprised if this Geschützwagen makes it out of their line. And there we go, sticky bomb. 2 sticky bombs in fact. And Geschützwagen is gone despite his best efforts. He will probably retreat without infantry. Wonder when either of the German players can get Tiger tanks. 2 snipers here raking up the kills, so 20 and 17 each. More sniper fire, more rockets. Might be trying to get the snipers. Certainly one way of killing them. Oh, he got him with a counter snipe while they were too busy dodging the rockets. Fritz stood ready and got him in the face. 18 kills on that fell, and that's actually quite nice. The casualty station goes up, but a bit farther away, out of the reach of the rockets. But still, they need to push the attack, otherwise, I mean, the rockets will wear this down eventually. And in which case, they will be rather exposed, because in particular, Monkeytennis doesn't actually have much else at the moment. He's lost quite a bit, and I mean, one push could easily see him gone. It looks like he's preparing something again on the left side, going back for another German base assault. Just as the pioneers are moving out. And then they see it on the horizon. Kangaroo! Was? We're not in Australia. I mean armored troop carrier. Oh. Staghound moving in. Actually several staghounds. Yes, I'm casting a replay. It's what I do. And my apologies for not streaming again, I'm just busy. We'll try and do so in the weekend. And there we go, moving up through here. Nicely done, by the way. But here's a slight problem. There's some bug with the tank traps. Likely there'll be because of some other problems. Otherwise, there'd be some even bigger problems with some actual exploits. So usually what you want to do is actually lay down several layers of tank traps to ensure they can't just move through. I know it's not the best solution, but it's what can be done. And artillery down on the the pack. By the way, veterans 3 packs actually gain a damage bonus. The Kangaroo and the few sabers in it are quickly stopped by the Grenadiers. And we're seeing a push in towards the center. Stu and a Tiger's out for 282. The Tiger. The Tiger. On the sink heart, a bit of fire. We are seeing Staghounds moving in, and we're seeing a commando drop. He's really pushing hard in. Although again, the pack is quite the threat actually. Again, Veterans Defeat does give it a minor damage bonus. So in particular, the first shot can be even more nasty. Tiger is forced back with quite a bit of damage. Not having done any damage at all. Grenadiers trying to hit, but they're not quite able to hit anything. And they don't have quite the ability to actually deal with the commandos. Artillery going in, they could try and drop into the barn and just burn down the commandos. They so desired. Tiger actually getting some kills here. Quite a bit of action going on all over the sides. We're even seeing some forces advancing over the right flank, getting stopped by an MG42, pinning them down. And trying to knock out the MG bunker. They succeed. The Staghound is still caught there though, with a destroyed engine and a ruined Kettle of tea. Or pot of tea, whatever. Anti-tank are getting sniped as it tries to clear out the anti-tank gun. Artillery though goes in. Or could it be a bombing run? It is a bombing. No, it's a strafing run. Why not a bombing run? Tisk. I'm most disappointed in you. It's actually time to look at 282 again for this Tiger. Very little infantry left though. We do see a retreat from here. Too much German infantry has appeared, forcing away the remaining British forces. Pack moves up. Could it get the anti-tank gun? Firefly! Oh, the pack crew gets mutilated. Half-tracks moving about, clearly trying to escape something. And another Goliath, and another Geschützwagen. Fascinating. More rockets being directed towards the center, I imagine. Could be a recon run, could be a strafing or bombing run. Looks like a recon though. And looks like the defenses here could crumble any second now under the rockets. They're not this time, where is it now? And there we go. Tiger moving up again. Artillery going in against the Stu and the Tiger. Artillery going in against the half-tracks. But it is too late. I think that was a bombing run, which did something, but not quite fully. And currently all the defenses are gone from the British base. This would be an excellent time to push in with a full assault. Angreifen, Männer. Mine went off there. Quite not so great. Again, push in there. Force your way forward. The British base is exposed. He's setting up a 17-pounder gun. Don't wait, Germans. Don't wait. Oh dear. What a missed opportunity. But now we are seeing German infantry pushing in. But they need armoured support. They need the Tiger, the Stu, and the Geschützwagen. Anti-tank guns getting overwhelmed. Airborne not quite succeeding. Commanders laying down demo charges as an improvised mine to provide some defences. And a Goliath actually rolls in. Oh dear, he gets a 17-pounder gun. Come on. Come on, Germans. Push in with some armour. And more rockets goes in. Killing even more. 25-pounder gun could even go down. No, it did not. And now some of the British German armour is on the move. At least the assault guns are.
Crew ready for fire orders.
Securing the victory points, less than 100 left, so that is actually about damn time for the Germans. Stormtroopers are now moving in from Ottomanwarrior. Tiger still not moving. And that Stu-42 could also have been moving, but there we go, moving in. Oh, demo charge went off, but the Stu actually took no notice of it whatsoever. That's actually fun to note. And there we go. The 25-pounder gun is spot a dream. Could be artillery. Yes, indeed.
They're losing territory.
Except it was a decoy. Armored car firing away at the Americans. Perhaps this needs to get pulled back. And Sticky bombs them, never mind. That's not going to survive.
We have lost the Puma.
There we go, gone.
We are busy. Ready for orders.
Will there be finally an assault towards the centre to knock out the British headquarters? Perhaps to knock out the field support track nearby. Still a bit of sniper fighting going on there from Someguy.
Yeah.
A bit of quiet, and he could easily call in the Tiger tank now. He's probably might even be saving up for it with the resources. Come on. Tiger man, call it in. And there you go. That is one reason you could call in both good blitzkrieg, because then you also have both Tigers, in which case, you know, never mind that you might not quite have the same variety, you have 2 Tiger tanks. And strafing run, killing a few troops right there.
On your feet, children, come! Don't ready for orders!
30 caliber could be seized, could also be ignored, but all victory points are more or less in the hands of the Germans of the Reich of the 21st Panzer Division. And now we have 2 Tigers out in the field.
They must have raided the
And Stackhound moving straight into the Tiger tank, straight in. We do see a bit of artillery trying to get called in on the Tiger, but I suspect that will fail. Sniper still hanging out in the north. Veterans are free now. Rifle getting stopped right there by intense machine gun fire from the Stu Geschützwagen and an actual heavy machine gun in the nearby building. Tiger 2 moving out. Sniper getting caught by the assault rifles, cleared out. Airborne dropping right into it and getting shot up as well. Pretty much the last thing you want to drop in is a bunch of stormtroopers and Volksgrenadiers with automatic weapons. And there's another sniper, but he's clearly on the run from the stormtroopers, from the Volksgrenadiers. And dead strafing run gets them and stops them. Again, 2 Tigers. And looks like we are seeing one last sortie out from Monkey Tennis, but you might as well be throwing cakes at the Tiger for all good Kangaroos and Staghounds will do against the might of 2 Tiger tanks and a Geschützwagen, but still 2 Tiger tanks. And already there, what Kangaroos pretty much already, there we go, gone. Crew suffers heavy casualties. Heavy casualties, not many make it out of that one alive. And now the 2 Tigers are on the hunt. And they are pretty much going to have a field day. They are only facing Staghound, and they are Tiger tanks. Airborne squad gone. More attempts at least decoy smoke. Actual artillery, I don't know anymore. So much has been dropped. There we go, actual artillery, but it's simply not fast enough. Armored car out of control. There's 2 left. Artillery against the mortar. I mean bunker. Oh dear. So much going on, I'm getting a bit confused. Which is also why I stay away from larger games. That's going to be even more confusing. There we go. The armored cars are trying to escape the Tigers, but will they succeed? Apparently so. All 3 victory points though are German. And looks like the British have retreated a bit to slightly safer positions in the lower foothills. Airborne fighting desperately to survive as machine gun fire and every other sort of thing flies at them. And an anti-tank gun dropping in right into the middle of everything in an attempt, and the other one, recruit, create some sort of defensive anti-tank line, but again it can be cleared up by infantry, in which case not much point in it.
Volksgrenadiers have seized objective. No enemy in sight.
Staghound so are pushing in. Geschützwagen is tragically lost. Why are the Tigers not doing anything, you two? Move it! There we go, Tigers are finally moving. Took your damn time. And then meanwhile the British are causing havoc in one desperate last charge. Artillery, whatever they can call in, is getting called in. By the looks of it, but the Tigers are spotting their prey. Grenadiers seeking refuge in the repair bunker. Armored car down. Other armored car damaged. Engine, if not destroyed. And they are both gone now. Praise to the Tiger. Praise be the Tiger. And there we go, Monkey Tennis is leaving the fight. I imagine soon Mr. Someguy will also. That's just rude, I think. Not very nice behaviour, but there you go. GG from the ones that are left. And game over. A victory for the Trike, a victory for the 21st Panzer Division, and an actual 2 versus 2, I hope. And of course, what can we learn from this? Of course, again, this is the sort of thing, you know, don't invest too many resources into emplacements as the Commonwealth, but also, you know, again, get some armor. Don't use kangaroos. And again, I think one of the major problems for the Allies was none of them actually went armor, none of them tried to really push hard. Had they done that, they might actually done quite better, because the amount of anti-tank defenses would have been limited, and with airborne, or for that matter commando artillery, they could have cleared out any sort of stubborn defenses and allowing, you know, an increased pace. Sadly, that did not happen. Instead, the Germans were slowly able to sort of stabilize the front with armor and slowly wear down the British players, and for that matter the American players. Again, not really solid play there, and these should have gone for some medic stations as well for the Americans. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not consider sending in a replay of your own, or provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.